Well, the Republican Party may not have an identifiable leader right now, but it certainly has one waiting in the wings. Jonathan Krohn. He is 14 years old. He's been 14 about 10 days now since his birthday. He is joining us from Atlanta, and Jonathan was one of the featured speakers at the recent CPAC convention. Grown-up conservatives from all around the country had gathered there. He got a standing ovation. Jonathan, how did you wind up at the CPAC convention? I know you just wrote a book recently. How did you get to CPAC?
Well, that's an interesting story. You know, the whole thing is that I had heard about CPAC because I get newsletters from different conservative groups, different conservative media groups, different conservative newsletters. And one of them had an advertisement for CPAC, and I had forgotten entirely about that. So I called the ACU, the American Conservative Union, and talked to the assistant director of CPAC. And I had shared with him my book, talked to him about my website, and what's so funny is that after that, he told me that they didn't have anything for me. And then a couple of hours later, I get home and I noticed there was an email in my inbox, and it was from the director of CPAC, the assistant director, excuse me, and he had sent me an email saying they have something for me and they'd love me to do something, and that ended up being able to speak at CPAC. And I also was able to do a book signing, and I was also able to do the Pledge of Allegiance and sit at the head table at the presidential banquet that Thursday night.
The amazing thing is you say you wrote this book because you thought people had forgotten what a conservative really is. What is a conservative?
Well, I believe I believe that a conservative is based upon, has the belief system based on 4 basic principles: respect for the Constitution, respect for life, less government, personal responsibility. Those are the 4 basic principles of conservatism. I believe that conservatives must have a clear view of their principles, not redefine it, but a clear definition of their principles based upon what the conservative movement has been since its founding. And I think that was key to what I did. And I think that's why I wrote this book. And I think that is really what the book's about and why conservatives need to have that definition.
It's hard for me to believe you had just turned 14 years old. How did you get interested in politics anyway? Where does all this come from?
Well, that too is an interesting story. I actually got involved in politics when I was 9 years old because of the Democrat filibuster in the United States Senate on judicial nominees. And I just started listening to talk radio, hearing what talk show hosts had to say, learning what they had to say, learning about different areas of politics, and being able to branch out and understand what a conservative was, understand what a liberal was, understand what an elitist was, understand different political terms that I'd never had understood before, and I was able to understand after I started getting involved in politics.
So you wrote a book. Now, how did you get this book published? I understand you used some of your own money on this.
Well, I self-published the first edition of this book. It's not in stores yet, and I self-published this book, and we're actually in a second printing. And we self-published this book. We got out there, and I took my own money, took all the money in my bank account, used it for expenses and for paying for this book. And I spent all my own money, not a dime from my parents, on publishing this book. It's a self-published book, self-printed, and not self-printed. We went to a professional printer, excuse me.
Yeah.
But it was all out of my pocket and not a dime out of my parents. I had earned the money over the past years, and I was able to pay for it.
Well, how did you earn the money? After-school jobs or what?
That's actually a very good question, too. I started earning money I'd done some odd jobs for my dad, and he had paid me for that, but I really started earning good money, especially I did some commercials because I used to be an actor. I got paid for that. And especially for about 1 or 2 years, I can't remember how long, I was the head writer for an internet radio show called The Life Connection Show that goes overseas to kids who don't get Bibles. It's a Christian show. And I got paid for that about a good deal of money every month for each radio show that I wrote. And that allowed me also to pay for this book.
So what is it like now? Here you are, as I say, you just turned 14. You have network anchors calling you for interviews. You're on cable shows. You're on Fox all the time. I mean, you've become the man of the hour. Has that changed your life?
It has in many different ways. It's changed the things that I do. It's changed, from now on, I'm going to be known as a political analyst and not just a kid. It's changed it's changed the way that I do different stuff, and it's given me a new opportunities in life that I never thought I would have had. And it has changed my life in many ways. But I remember that if I get a big head about that, then everything's going to be a whole lot worse than it ever has been, and I can and it'll really harm me in the long run.
So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I would like to be I'd like to continue doing what I'm doing, going on different shows, being a political analyst, but I'd also like my own talk show.
You're okay with where things are right now, though?
I am. I'm very happy with what I'm doing now.
Well, Jonathan, we want to wish you the very best of luck, and get out there and sell that book. You know, you've got to get out there and hold those autograph sessions and talk to people about it. I've done a little of that myself, and you'll meet a lot of people along the way. I think you'll have a lot of fun doing that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I will.
Okay.